got this thing on my mind. Y'all being great.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just, and this is Duly Noted. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we got a special episode here for y'all for All-Star Week in 2019. You can follow me at trust.in_just.in on Instagram. You can also follow us at this.is.duly.noted. And without further ado, I have my guests introduce themselves. Go ahead, Chuck.
It's good, y'all. It's Zoosh. And, for everybody that know me, sneakers is dear to my heart. I love it. And you can follow me at Zoosh_Lemon.
CT, you know what I mean? Chris, be out here. Follow me on Instagram, _CEE, me now. So.
This KO with Kurt, aka What Y'all Think.
Alright, it's your boy Jonah. Follow me at topnotch_TR3_DAWG. Top Notch Trade Dog.
Alright, bet. So let's jump into it, y'all. For the people who don't know, we gotta explain two things. One, first is what is a sneakerhead? What do y'all think a sneakerhead is? How do y'all define who and what is a sneakerhead?
Man, a sneakerhead, man, is a person that first thing you do when you wake up, you look online, you see what's going on, you look at notifications, and you just constantly thinking about sneakers and what's up.
Is that what you do?
That's every day.
Do it too.
So what is it though? What you think?
I just think a sneakerhead is just pretty much somebody who's diehard for that culture. Like, that's all about all the exclusives, willing to take the time out to really want to cop all of anything that's dropping that's official. It's pretty much on top of the sneaker game, period. Sneakerhead.
And do y'all consider yourselves sneakerheads?
Absolutely.
I might be a level past it. I love it. Like, I love sneakers. I can't remember the age where I became a sneakerhead, but I knew it was the time where it was like, yo, this is my love. Like, I love the sneakers. And it's like, a sneakerhead is like, it's tough. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not about always copping, copping the fire kicks or whatever, but it's like the love. Because there was a time where I stopped my kicks for a little while because I ain't had it, but you know what I mean? But the love was still always there. Like, I'm still online looking at them. I'm following the the trends or whatever. Like, it's the passion. It's the passion involved.
So, alright, those is real cute answers, bro. I'm gonna tell you what a sneakerhead is. A sneakerhead's a fucking maniac, boy. You're a maniac, bro. Like, yo, I'll tell you the things that people are willing to do for kicks, bro. I mean, it's just a whole different level, bro, of sanity, bro. You're
to an extent,
It's
bro.
love.
And later on, of course, when we go into detail, everybody's gonna have their individual stories about some of the things that they encounter and do. But look, bro, like, I haven't met a sane sneakerhead. A real sneaker. I've never met a sane, real sneakerhead.
Now you have to understand, you gotta realize, like, there's not, to me personally, there's not a lot of sneakerheads out there. And because when I say that is, are you willing to wait online for 12, 13 hours?
That's a good one.
Because a lot of people couldn't do it. A lot of people weren't willing to do it. Not everything is by, the app and things like that. Like, are you willing to wait 13, 14 hours every week, knowing that there's a possibility that you might not get the sneaker?
But that leads to my next question, Is sneakerhead, that term sneakerhead, a term of endearment? Is technically.
I mean, you don't gotta really classify it.
In his explanation, technically, it seems like it's more of a term of endearment.
I mean, sometimes it depends on who's asking the question. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if everybody has their thing. You feel what I'm saying? So, to somebody whose sneakers is not their thing, then you're gonna look at somebody whose sneakers is their thing and be like, yo, you're wildin'. But if your thing is real estate or stocks and bonds, or you're gonna overindulge, or bags or earrings or pins, it could be literally anything. It's people that got a liquor collection that don't drink. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the sneaker culture is a little bit more. I personally don't like the fact that it's frowned upon. I think between sneakerheads, quote unquote, because I want to call myself a sneakerhead, it's I recognize your game and I recognize your place in the sneaker game, but to everybody else, you're wilding for spending money on this and spending money on that. But
I agree, it does have a negative connotation at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the times is different now too, because it's like I never was one for the Gucci, Louis, Fendi. Like, when that era came, when everybody was wearing Pradas and everything, I'm walking around in these bronze.
Yo, so let's talk designer sneakers for a minute, bro. I hate
Super cool.
with designer sneakers, and not the fact that not the sneaker itself. If we're going into that, the idea of designer sneakers, right? Because a while ago, P's was it.
That's a fact.
Peace was in. You feel what I'm saying? But like 2 years after that, like we had that 1 year where, well, that window where peace was in. 2 years later, yo, you can't catch anybody wearing things on their feet. So like the window for yo, I bought a $1,500 pair of shoes and they fire today. Tomorrow, them shits is out of season.
See, but you know the thing with me, the reason why I didn't cop like the Gucci and the Louis, and I stuck to Nikes, because I feel like when you wear Gucci and Louis and all them high ends, your fit gotta be a part too. You can't wear Gucci's with a $2 shirt or some crazy jeans. I could throw down some ones and some Jordans, put some Nike Techs on and a hoodie, and I'm good for the day. I'm chilling, I'm walking around. So that changed. I think that's where I'm at right now.
So why do you think people frown down upon the whole lines thing? Like people be waiting online for hours, like you said before. Like why do you think people look at that and say, "Yo, that would never be me," or?
Because of what we're talking about. Because it's a shoe. It's literally something that you walk on the floor with. So it's like a lot of people is not seeing it as something that's valuable. But I think the connotation around that has changed drastically, bro. Because now sneakers gain interest, like it's damn near gain interest, bro. Like you feel me? Like fashion, even though fashion shoes really don't do that. Like Gucci and shit, they don't really do that. That's not their thing with those type of shoes. But like when it comes to the sneaker game and Jordans and all like that, they gain value with time now. They don't. It's not just I bought my shoe and I wear them and they fucked up now and I'm getting a new one.
The lines, I mean, when it comes to lines, I can tell y'all a story. Like I went to school in Buffalo, you know, for those that don't know, right? And it was this release that I had to get. In Buffalo, they don't get releases.
Bro, don't boil it down to release. You got to tell us.
So I wanted to get the Galaxies. You know what I mean? Like it was the LeBrons or what, the Foams, KDs. They all came out, but none of them came out in Buffalo. So I took a bus. All right. For those who don't know, that bus is 8 hours. I took the bus home. I didn't tell nobody I was going home. I didn't hit nobody up when I got there. All I had was a chair and a blanket. Right. I stood out there on that line. I got my bronze, and I took the bus back to Buffalo like nothing ever happened. It's just a different type of love. Like lines, like we bonded with people out there. Like sneakerheads, like we knew, like you gonna see the same people out there on the lines. Like they, oh man, that was good. Like it was good. Like we out here. Like we out here. Pop that chair open, get that blanket or whatever you need to get, couple snacks, and you good. Like
sickos.
Rain, sleet, or snow. That's what you're doing. Any means necessary.
You got the
it rained that day.
Yeah, but that's what he said. But like to concur, that's what made it like so interesting and made it just like the love for it. Like knowing that, all right, you know what? Like I gotta get online and be able to like interact with different people and get their input in regards to like sneakers and things like that and we got into like the detail, like the Nike shorts, the linen part at the bottom. Like we were so like in depth with the sneakers. It's just like the love for it. But like now it's just like because everything is about money and everything is like the sneaker app and these app and I don't know.
But do y'all think that's messing the game up though? Because it's like like everything's going that way. Like you don't gotta go to McDonald's to go buy McDonald's.
The game's dead.
What fuck the game up is
the game is dead.
The way you obtain sneakers now. Like bro, like
you
gotta go to the raffle. You gotta
go
to the raffle. Fuck the game up. Like first come first serve was the way of the world, bro. Like but though that shit really determined who wanted that shoe, bro. If you ain't want the shoe. If you kind of wanted the shoe, bro, you wasn't gonna get it, bro. You wanted to really want that shoe.
Everybody always say like, like you kind of gotta keep in mind though when it comes to certain shoes. Like when you see people get body for kicks, you kind of gotta switch it up to where people can get their shoes, but it's not that much of a liability to get. Like you know what I'm saying? Like no one should be losing their knife over their kicks.
But then like it's like a pro and a con because you got this kid, right? You got this 13, 14-year-old kid that really wants a sneaker, but guess what? They sold out. Now they be selling. Well, they was retail for $209, $207, but now they're reselling for $900. That kid can't get that sneaker because you got John Doe buying 30 pair of sneakers and just reselling it.
Yeah,
that one kid actually wanted to wear that sneaker.
Right.
He really wanted it. So now it's like
the resale game is whack. So what y'all think about the reselling and the bots? Now that this is really
the bots.
I didn't believe in reselling. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe it. Like I don't want to sell my kicks because I like to wear my kicks. But it was a time like I didn't have a job, I sold my kicks, I paid my rent.
Facts.
Like I was getting money from my kicks, like because I had so many pairs that I didn't wear. You know what I mean? Because I was buying sneakers every week. Every week I spent my lives.
You're sick, bro. It's a sickness, bro.
But it's an investment, bro. I paid rent with my sneakers that I had to sell. You know what I mean? It hurt to let them go, but you know.
So, like me personally, I would never consider myself a sneakerhead. I'm more of a sneaker enthusiast because comparing my stories to y'all stories, y'all had a level on the game way more than me. But like, let's say people who like ice their sneakers. When I say ice, it's like you buy the kicks and don't wear them. So now before it was a thing, like you buy them because you're not sure how you can get your hands on them at Flight Club. Back then it was bananas. You know what I'm saying? But now when you ice your kicks, or if you want to buy a pair of sneakers but don't got a fit for them, do you still buy them, or you wait until you gotta feel like, yo, I'm about to go to All-Star Weekend or something like that, I'm gonna cop these joints and...
When the time is right. You never know. I never,
You all said
like,
the same
it's
shit.
just like when you go shopping. You might just buy a shirt because the shirt is fire. But you don't know when you're gonna wear it, and then 3-4 months later, you be like, hold on, I got this with this, this joint match. So when you buy the sneaker, the time gotta be right. I don't know what I'm wearing the kicks with. I don't know. I just know the kicks is fire and I want it.
I dig it.
That's it. And just even when sneakers are being released, you're not gonna say, hey, I'm gonna skip this release because I don't got a fit for it.
Right.
You gotta get those sneakers because it's
And
probably
I'm
gonna be an
going to
opportunity
get a fit for it.
that you're probably not gonna get them again, or
I ain't gonna lie.
you're just gonna come out the pocket real heavy for
Figure it out
them.
eventually.
So that's how we go, right?
Eventually you'll figure it out.
I think like it's like I get dressed from the feet up. Like once I know what I'm putting on my feet, then I now know exactly what I'm gonna put with it.
What's the other way to do it? Is my question.
I mean, some people like their clothes and then they
Like,
just
where else to start?
I mean,
Start from the
I
top
don't
down.
know. I'm just saying how I do it.
That's how I walk around. Like if I'm walking around the street, I'm looking from the bottom up.
By the way, bro, like,
All right, so let's talk about that,
that
right?
goes to the next point.
For the single men in the site, as far as women go and wearing sneakers, does it matter what she has on her feet? Or
Yes.
Always.
yes. How?
She's a representation of me.
Speak the truth and shame the devil.
Listen, there's no reason why that I'm fly, that I don't mean to be cocky, but my feet, 99.99% of the size of me being at work is on point.
What if she's not in the sneakers though?
Then I gotta correct that. Absolutely.
Okay, so I get Jeff.
It's I feel like I'm gonna rub off eventually because I'm like, yo, I like those. You know what I mean? I like those, so I'm gonna have to get them, and you're gonna have to wear them because I paid for them. So it's like
You don't have no choice.
I like kicks, so it's like I can't give like a judgment like on shoes like that, but like when it comes to kicks, like I'm like, oh nah, those dope. Like
Yeah.
In my situation, I got a simple rule: match my fly, bro. Match my fly, bro. That's
easy to say
That's
than
all
done.
you can ask, bro.
But at the same
Match my
time,
fly, bro. That's it.
if
Bro.
she's not in the sneakers, you personally have to do more work.
But you
see what I'm
decide-
saying? And this is what I mean, right? Because if somebody gets dressed from the top down, at least if that's your girl or that's who you're talking to, half of your job is done. Because now it's like, I bet I'm gonna give you a pair of sneakers, freak it with your style and do your thing. But if she's not into sneakers and you're introducing her to a whole other lifestyle, you kind of gotta dress her.
But listen, this is when we say about sneakerheads, sneaker lovers. A sneaker person it actually enjoys buying the other's pair of sneakers. Like, yo, put that on. That's gonna be fire.
That's a fact.
Like, it's gonna enjoy it. You don't even care about the value or the money of it. You're like, yo, I got these. She got those too.
There's some
And-
sneakers.
It's just the enjoyment. Like, yo, it's just fine. You gonna put those on, right?
It's inverse to that. So you got your shorty. At the same time, like, where do you stand in regards to who dictates or what dictates your sneaker game having to be on point? You feel me? Like, all right, cool. So, yeah, my shorty shoe game has to be on point, but the origin of you having to have your sneakers on point. You feel me? Like, where does that stem from? Like,
I do it for me. Like it's like I bought kicks for me forever. Like it's like I'm not doing it to show off. It's like I just love sneakers. Like I spent my last on sneakers.
But when you say that, right, and this is gonna be a little revealing, but what's the maximum you'll pay for a pair of kicks?
depends on the
We
case.
were just talking about this the other day. It's like yo now like a minimum if like right now like $500 is a good price for kicks right now. So like
Well, because of the resale.
I'm spending $500 because I can't get them for retail. So it's like if I see $500, I'm like.
So personally,
Not bad for me.
if you can remember your collection, what's the most you could tell right now, the dollar amount that you pay for?
$900.
Chris?
Nah,
Me? Bro, I'm not in the ballpark, bro. I'm not, yo.
Yo, what's the most you ever paid is the question.
Most I ever paid probably was like maybe like $350, but bro, like that was a stretch for me. Like I would never go as far as to do the type of shit y'all do. It depends on.
Yo.
Manja, he got
Don't make it sound like that, bro. Don't make it sound like that.
They was spending
Don't make it sound like that.
Bro, nah.
You only wear boots in one season. You can't wear boots in the summer. I wear sneakers all seasons.
What I'm saying
Nigga,
is,
Doc Martin, Tim Finn, it's
bro,
all
what I'm
right.
saying, but there's variety though. Like,
That's a fact.
I don't feel like I put enough emphasis on the variety game because like,
Nah, what?
boots,
I don't
there's
think
a
so.
market for boots too though, bro. Like
Some.
40 belows, there's a market for boots too. Like y'all don't really deem it that
Right.
way, but there's a market for that too. So like I feel like y'all completely disregard that level of style as well, bro. Because like I think there's a lot to say for a lot of trims that came and gone.
To an extent, but
A lot.
you don't meet boot heads.
Yeah.
Okay?
Nah, but that's a part of the kick
Especially in
game.
the South.
I feel like it's a part of the kick game.
They
bro.
say sneakers for a reason, but go ahead, Craig. How much you dropped on the?
Before I say you're 100% wrong, but do not put boots and sneakers into the same
Don't be
category.
disrespectful.
I disagree, but
But yeah, the most I ever spent for a pair of sneakers, $900 as well. Lying?
Spent about a rack.
I think $900, but
You might have us.
I might have spent.
You got us.
you got it.
I might have spent the
You
bid.
spent more than us.
I spent the bid.
Yeah.
I did it one time.
Tell
I
us.
hit it.
Oh wait, you gotta be specific.
Yo, come on.
Nah.
this is your
I
question,
spent
bro.
it.
This is what you're talking
Them
about.
Yeezys in the crib. You know what I mean? I pulled them out last year, but I needed them. Like, them 750s was too pure, bro.
Too pure.
Way too pure, bro. Like,
That's a great
and
shit.
it's only because now I think I got the leverage to, you know what I mean? I can finagle it, you know what I'm saying? Where if I gotta think about, I'm buy these sneakers, I'm gonna pay my light bill. Like, it's not nothing like that, so.
But
to an
it's
extent
funny.
right now, it's like.
It's a good thing you said that though, because like that goes into another point too.
Before we get there,
Yeah,
we don't want to cut you off.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
500. And I'm legit cool with that.
Five,
legit cool with that.
saying five is still
Five is-
wow.
five is-
Like the fact that
It's wild. It's wild, but I don't know. It's a certain joy of being able to like just get the sneaker when it release, and there's a certain level of comfort. Like I hate having to go back, go to StockX, whatever, have to cop the kicks or whatever. It just takes away from actually having to take the time out to go and get
So
the
now that
kick.
you mention that, does it take away from the whole sneaker buying experience without having to go online?
Absolutely.
Because we can't down online.
Yeah.
I mean, with that fact, the playoff tubs that came out when we was in school, we left the party early.
Let the party
to
early.
go wait online. Go camp out, go custom joints.
That's why.
My
I love
kids are
stories
over
like
too.
that.
by the way.
Yo, that's over. So
I'm
now,
not
if I look at a pair of kicks that come out retail and the price is inflated, it's like, yo, am I gonna waste my time staying on lines, or am I just gonna pay the extra? Because if you stick to the mantra that time is money, the 13, the 12, the whatever amount of hours that I'm sitting there and wasting time, I could be doing something that's gonna make me money and pay for whatever. You know what I mean? And break even at the same time. So it's weird. But what was your point, Chris?
No, my point originally was in regards to kind of slipped my mind, but in regards to the price point, like you know what you can do with some of the bread, like fine and cash. So like you like the level of commitment that you're willing to go through for the kicks, bro. It says a lot more than a lot of people give credit for. So I don't want to. That stigma of sneakerheads is like it's a negative term. I think it should be more looked as a term of endearment. Because we understand that sneakers are an investment, bro. And if you're willing to go that length to A, buy them, and B, keep them in a condition in which you can resell them, is a big deal, bro.
Alright, so let's get into closets. You feel me? Because your sneaker collection is your closet or whatever the case is, right? So what determines, what's the line that crosses over from you just liking sneakers to you being a sneakerhead? And is it quality over quantity? Like, is there, like, let's go with that. First, let's say, is there a line, we understand the lines between whatever, but is there certain things that you have to have in your closet in order for you to be deemed a sneakerhead?
Great question.
I think it's up to you.
Yeah.
I think it's what you're liking.
So I can have 200 pairs of kicks, no mics, and I can still be a sneakerhead.
But that's you. That's
No.
What if you just love Air Max?
yeah.
I
So-
mean, like,
I disagree 100%.
what if you just love Air Max?
You gotta have at least one pair of mics.
You gotta have one.
I disagree 100%. Because the sneaker game is based on
It's
what
passion.
what people want, bro.
Yeah.
Sneaker game, what I'm saying, we we the people, the demand determines what value a sneaker has. So the only reason you have that sneaker in your closet and it costs so much is because other people want what you have.
So
like, I feel like that's a big determination. It may not be the determination of why you want it, but it's a determination of why the demand is so high. Why the resale value is what it is, bro. Like, you're not a sneakerhead if you don't got what other people want on their feet, bro.
So let me ask you a question. If you got all the LeBrons and Jordans, right? But you got no Off-Whites. Knowing that Off-White, listen, Off-White recently just started becoming very huge in the market in regards to sneakers and them collaborating with sneakers. If you don't have a pair of Off-Whites, well, I'm gonna tell you, you're not a sneakerhead because you don't have a pair of Off-Whites.
That's different.
But how?
That's different
It
because
has been out for how long?
it's different because it's different when you're talking about Air Max 99s, Adidas, or some Adidas, some shell toes, and when you're talking about something as exclusive as Off-Whites. The exclusivity of those is ridiculous, bro. You gotta do raffle upon raffle, and that's if you can't even get online for the ticket on the app. It's not even going to the store and buy these, bro. There's only one particular way to get these.
You gotta cash out.
You gotta cash out. There's only one way, bro. So if some people really just don't got it or really can't find it in their priority to make the Off-Whites a thing, that don't mean the collection of Jordans is not fire. But you're not about to sit here and jack Air Maxes and Adidas shell toes. Right?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm cool with you got your thing, you got your style, you have your preference. But you are not calling yourself a sneakerhead if you ain't got no mics in your collection. Mike is Mike. Yeah. He's the and it's just on floor, like to see it, like, and it's more of a ball player thing. I think like you
gotta watch basketball.
It's I don't understand. That's the tough part. That's the tough part. I mean, I can't continue to sneakerhead
because I know people that just cop Air Maxes, like they love Air Maxes, like but they love kicks. At the end of the day, like that's their thing. Like you gonna find your niche, like what you love. I love basketball sneakers. But my taste changed from when I was young, because when I was young, I was just, every week I just need a new pair of sneakers, like whatever.
Even though you got class, it
could be it. But now, like I love basketball sneakers, but I gotta be able to get fly with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just buying kicks to just buy kicks anymore. You know what I mean? Especially I'm paying $500 for them. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't play ball anymore. So it's like I gotta be able to dress. I gotta be able to bust it down. So it's like
we were just talking about earlier today and yesterday. It's just like we were talking about, I have like the LeBron China 7s. I got 2 pair on 1 DS of the red carpets.
Hold on, let's back up. DS?
Desktop.
Yeah, desktop. Yes.
Cool, just making sure.
Desktop DS. But it's like now, like the way I dress, like can I wear those and get fly?
So
like that's gonna like I can't like, well, me personally, like that doesn't. I won't wear. I still adore them. I won't sell them because I love the actual sneaker. But the way my attire has changed throughout the years, like the way I dress from then to now, I don't see myself wearing them because it just can't. And that's a dope sneaker. Like if you go like to StockX or Go or Flight Club and you see the red carpets, they'll sell for $600 easy. But am I gonna sell them? No. I still love the sneaker. I just can't wear them because it doesn't match my fit.
Is there just certain stuff that you see out there that you just won't put on your feet? One sneaker that you just see and you was like, wait, I'm not gonna use it on my feet.
My fault. Sorry to interrupt on that question, and we can get back to it. But in regards to the last topic about if having certain sneakers make you a sneakerhead, I feel like it has to, because as we all spoke about earlier, what makes a sneakerhead is the willingness of what you're willing to go through to get certain shoes. Right?
So you're basically saying if you don't gotta go crazy to get your shoes.
If you don't, if you just go into the store and get it whenever you feel like it, that's not what value does that put?
There's a story behind
how you treat the shoe.
I kind of get that.
If you spend plus money on it and you work hard to get the shoe, bro, the value is in what you did to get the shoe, not just the shoe.
To a certain extent, some people just like certain things, and some are just in store and they just like that particular sneaker.
They just want to cop.
But just because
there doesn't
like
always
that
have to be a story behind every single shoe
that
you got.
That makes it fun though.
It makes it fun, but I don't need it. Like it's cool to just walk in and just cop a pair of kick that you just like
to an extent,
and not have to sit there and stress about it.
My thing is, the times have changed. So you're saying, right, if a teenager that's growing up right now, right, there's no lines he's standing on. Everything's raffle, everything's online, you buying kicks on your phone, right? So you telling me a teenager right now that loves kicks, that doesn't share the same experiences we had waiting online and going crazy for kicks, You saying that he's not a sneakerhead because he didn't do the same things we did?
Right.
No, it's a different time.
I'm not saying that.
You not doing
Honestly, that's what I'm saying, but you can agree to
But
disagree.
even with the raffle shit though, bro, there's a level of work you gotta put into it. Just like y'all say, you have to wake up every morning and check your notifications. If there's a kick that y'all know that's coming out, there's still work you gotta put in to get those, even with the raffle shit.
Well, look, let me
So you
explain.
gotta put in mad work.
Let me explain this to you real quick, and I'm happy you said that. A couple, pair of the first generation LeBrons came out, and me and my man, we was hyped. We gonna get him. He was upset. The Weeks came out. The first generation Weeks came out, and they sat, and we was looking at like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, why are they still sitting? Like, it's just ridiculous. So am I looking at a 13-year-old that might see like the first generation LeBron, the Weeks, and be like, yo, you don't got those, so nah, you ain't a sneakerhead. Times has changed. He doesn't know. Like you said, our stories changed. So who am I to say you're not a sneakerhead because you didn't cop the first generations? Knowing that that's an historic shoe. It's ridiculous. I was a little bothered that it didn't sell out.
I feel like
it was a little bothered.
I was bothered
I
that
feel
it's
like that
not.
disregarding, like I feel like that puts a hole in what we came to establish with that a sneakerhead was a word of a term of endearment. I feel like that puts a hole in that concept.
I get what he's saying. It's pretty much like, yo, like you pick up a pair of sneakers and it's like it takes you back to where you were at the time when it happened. It's nostalgic almost. Like you can look at a shirt that you got from a concert that you went to. It's like, yo, imagine people that went to Woodstock. When Woodstock was big and Jimi Hendrix was there playing, like imagine somebody that got the ticket stuff. It's the same shit with Kick. So it was like, yo, I was outside online in the freezing temperature. Like, would you like? Well, I'm pretty sure you would like your LeBrons as much, but it doesn't make it as. I don't know what the word is because of the fact that it's just like, yo, I just went there and got LeBron. Like, you took a whole 8-hour bus ride. You left. I remember that what happened. You left school, came back, you had both pairs. I'm like, damn, I wasn't doing it. I like it, but I wasn't doing it.
Here's what I'm saying, bro. The value is not in the shoe, and it's in the process you take to get the shoe. Then what's stopping somebody from just buying a shoe or for regular retail price and wearing it like a clown down the street or playing basketball at the park on a concrete with them shits, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like in the value in which you put into the shoe, that determines how you treat it. It determines what you do with it and why you don't wear them or you keep them on ice until you find a perfect fit, bro. Because if there's no value in it like that, then people just gonna be doing dickhead shit with any pair of off-whites or any pair of DS LeBrons, bro. And that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I feel like.
But that just proves my point when you saying what's a sneakerhead. Like you said, someone who got like a bunch of Air Maxes. Like it depends on like, how do you value it. How do you just prove the point? It's how you value it. It's not how I value it, he value it. If I like V-Box and I'm getting the old classic V-Box and I got a million pair of those, you gonna tell me I'm not sneakerhead because I don't got old whites, so I don't got LeBrons or Jordans? You can't do that.
That's good. That's good.
So let's get a little controversy, right? I've often heard the term or the phrase from women to me. Don't ever buy a man a pair of shoes or sneakers or whatever the case is, because those are the same shoes that he'll walk out your life in. You know what I'm saying? So, how do y'all feel about that, right? And two, is there truth to it, do you think? And do you allow women to buy your shoes?
My pops told me that when I was younger, and I don't agree. I don't mind that. I don't mind female buying these sneakers, and I don't mind if I'm with that significant person. I don't mind buying her pair of sneakers.
Alright, I get it, y'all.
Buy me sneakers. I'm very simple to shop for.
I bet. So
This one kicks.
Yeah, that's it. Buy sneakers, that's it.
me personally, I'm more of a. It's layers to it, right? Because anybody that knows me know how much I like sneakers. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm always gonna just show somebody the sneakers I want. I'm never gonna expect anybody to buy them. I'm never gonna ask your bodies for me or whatever the case is. So for somebody to, and as a single, this is coming me being single, explaining this. It's like if she's listening to that and is willing to go to the extent to get the sneakers that I want, knowing that it's not just that, I'm gonna go to the store and pick them up. There's a little bit more depth to that relationship if I'm not pursuing her that makes it, you know what I mean, a little bit more deep. So that's why, in my opinion, I don't like women buying these shoes. I don't like, I'll tell you I want a pair of shoes today and tomorrow I have them. So that kind of eliminates her, but I don't want to do it.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Christmas, what I want, you know, it's I want sneakers. Valentine's Day, what do you want? I just want sneakers. Size 11, let's go. I don't want nothing else. Just sneakers.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, and why it's not a good idea. I get what y'all saying, and everybody loves a gift and some shoes they didn't gotta pay for. But when it comes to women, and if shit goes south, bro, when I tell you, bro, it's scary the level of pettiness that I was with. Give me what I paid for. Give me give me my shit. Give me that. I don't give a fuck. Give me my shit. Or what they love to do is like to destroy what they put their money into. So they be like, I'll be the first one that cool, I bought this. I'm gonna hit that. You like these so much, let me destroy it.
And that's another reason why I'm never
scary territory.
I'm never giving anybody that leverage to say, oh well, I bought you these, I want it back, because that makes me think that when you bought them, that it was some kind of, it wasn't out of you know what I mean? If something was to go bad, then it is what it is. But if you're gonna be that petty, that lets me know that like you just that's just wild.
But watch this. Let's keep it real though. Majority of the stuff, like if that was the case, the majority of stuff I buy her, it would be is much more than what she's buying.
They never see it that way.
Right.
They never see it that way.
As a man, you would never say that.
Watch this. You know what?
You never see it that way.
I want that bag back.
They never see it that way. You bought it. The first thing they say,
would you ever be
wanted to?
Would you ever be that petty to say that you want it back?
If you taking my sneakers,
as a man, I was not like that. Yeah, as a man, if I gave you a gift.
Once I put my foot in the shoe, it's mine. Like, you're bugging. Like, you're not taking nothing back. It's my shoe. That's it.
Oh, go ahead, Joe.
Nah, I wouldn't take a gift back. If I gave you a gift, I just gave it to you out of the generosity of my heart. I'm not gonna be on.
But that's not the topic. That's not what we
I'm saying. That's
but me personally, would I allow a woman to buy me kicks? Hell yeah. I wear size 10 for anybody who want to buy them. What are you talking about?
I try to stay away from that joint, man. My sneakers is my sneakers, and I don't want to have. And especially if we end on bad terms, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want to think about you. None of
so she tell you, yo, you want these Air Max?
Have them back. Oh no. Wait, hold on. My fault. That wasn't your question.
Yo, you want them Air Max?
Nah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So you're trying to tell me?
No, let's talk, man.
You're trying to tell me if a chick buys you kicks and y'all stop talking to each other, you're just gonna give the kicks back to her, even if she doesn't ask for them? Just because you want to have them.
I haven't been put in that kind of position to do that, so I can't tell you what it is. But I've told Joy, please don't buy me no sneakers.
No Air Max.
It's different. Let me explain that. It's tough. If she's buying me those, which is a figment of that's a figment. No joint is gonna like me that much to spend $6,000 to $10,000 on a pair of shoes. If she's going to do that, I might as well marry that woman. I might as well.
Just because she bought you a pig.
You heard it here.
$10,000 to $6,000 shoes.
Duly noted.
Nah, bro. I might as well, bro. That's a down payment on a whip.
Just
you didn't have to
burn. Just to put a ring on it if you buy them big kicks.
Duly noted.
And I would put that out to anybody. If you buy $10,000 shoes, y'all bugging. $10,000.
Take this ring.
You might as well. It's over. You're gonna be my wife, because only people that really like me that much are gonna do something like that. And I'm a tough person to love, bro. Out of everybody here, I'm probably the most hated person on this panel right now.
I love you.
Like I'm an asshole too. I'm an asshole. I don't do it on purpose, but at times I can be a little. It can get bad. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody is really gonna go out of their way to make me as an asshole, who does that to everybody? I don't generalize. I'm an asshole to my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you can't, if I don't distinct that, you gonna buy me $10,000 as a joint? $10,000?
First of all,
he's underestimating the level of asshole he really is. All that he just said still doesn't compensate for how much of an asshole he really is.
So what I'm saying is that if you can find some love in that and pay $10,000 for a pair of shoes. Regular people do not have Air Max, bro. And for those who don't know what Air Max are, those are the Back to the Future joints. They released twice. One was just regular shoes. The other ones were the power lace joints. I think they started raffling them off. I think of like 25,000. They was going for some shit. Somebody gonna buy those for me? Nah, bro, it's a wrap. You might as well.
Value on those right now is
that's my ring right there. You know, I'll take care of the rest after that. We good.
Value on those is right now. We good. 12 bands, bro.
Right out my life. I'm on good.
We good, bro. All right, but let's move on. Worst pair of sneakers ever made.
Dadas. The spinning rim sneakers. Worst shoe I've ever seen in my life.
I might have to second that.
You think so? Nah, man.
I think it was the Kobe. I think it was the Kobe 2s.
The robot joints.
Yeah,
Yo, they was terrible, but
Terrible.
But if somebody wants to buy them, I would buy them as a legit Kobe fan and never win. But I'm not paying top dollar for them.
Boys,
I'm not paying top dollar for them. I'm a Kobe fan, bro. I've seen him kill. Kobe was giving dudes buckets and trash, bro.
Go ahead. Starberries were insulting, bro. And the fact that they even gave them for free, bro, is even more insulting, bro. That shit was insulting, bro.
Yeah, I remember PSA when they gave them out to the
Starberries might be the worst league ever created.
Worst league ever made.
It's disrespectful to give them to people for free, bro. It's ridiculous.
Those Kobe's was definitely up there for sure.
Nah,
You just don't like
They
Kobe.
put a spinning rim on a shoe.
My
How
number
is that the ugliest sneaker ever invented?
I got a top 3 though. I ain't gonna hold you. Number 1, other Starberry joints. Number 2, Converse. Chucks are terrible.
Yeah, watch out.
Chucks-
Anybody
Chucks-
from the West Coast, bro.
Chucks are terrible, and 3 might be them Lonzo joints. Lonzo joints is pretty terrible.
I know that hurts you.
Yo, they fraud at retail. And I get the premise of what LeVar's trying to do, but they terrible.
He's trash now, but
They-
we're gonna talk about that later.
Wait, I'm just saying, if Lonzo was as good as he was supposed to
They
be
would've
projected, they would be a better
Oh, we're not gonna get into the basketball joint though, because I still think they asked. But anyway, moving on. Who's your favorite sneakerhead, celebrity, and regular person?
I'm not even gonna. So, me myself, I'm not giving him clout. I don't want to, so I'm not gonna say his name. But
Celebrity, I would say PJ Tucker.
oh yes, I forgot.
PJ Tucker is PJ Tucker's wild. Like,
He's
you know what I
God.
mean? Like
He was a god.
he pull up to the game. He got fly feet on his
Always
rack.
lost feet, bro.
And-
walking with
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the
He's
PJ Tucker.
He's fronting, right? Cause he got the kicks in his hand. Like
Yeah,
he's
he
walking to the game like this, with kicks in his hand. Like yo, he's not wearing that, right?
But that's not even the
And if he's shooting bad, he changes his kicks. Like I got more heat in my locker room. I got fire for you. PJ Tucker's a beast.
Chris.
PJ Tucker's a beast. I'm gonna say a lot of people don't know this, and that's why I'm gonna use this example. But Chum Lee, bro, his sneaker game is ridiculous, bro, and it's not even somebody you expect, bro. So I'm gonna say Chum Lee because he's from I'm not sure if anybody used to watch American Pawn Shop, like Pawn Stars. Pawn Stars. And he's a heavier set guy, and it's somebody that you would never,
I think I watched this class with you.
ever expect to have a sneaker game. He's just fat, white, dusty dude that works in the garage, bro. And his sneakers.
Disrespect him,
And I'm just using that as an exaggeration for you just to visually see the way he presents himself. But at the same time, his sneaker collection, his closet is impeccable, bro. Like it's crazy, bro. So I'll give it to him as one of the most underrated sneaker lovers out there.
I'll have to agree with PJ Tucker, man. I remember he was playing in Toronto and he was shooting a free throw and he had the Raging Bull 5s on. And I was like, yeah, I need those. I was like, why does he have my don't? So I went, I went to work. I told myself, I'm feeling good today. I went back to Flight Club and I spent an undisclosed amount of money. Right? But watch this. He shot a free throw. I went and I took 1 million pictures of me shooting. And then I split it, and I said, if he could do it, I could do it. And I put what y'all think. But PJ Tucker is a beast.
My favorite celebrity sneakerhead, man, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta be Wale.
I knew
Wale.
I knew it was
He's a GOAT. He's one of the two.
He's dead nice.
definitely go.
As opposed to like PJ Tucker's a little different, right? Because he plays ball in his kicks. He plays ball in his kicks, so he got to his kicks, right? But Wale is a celebrity that actually like he don't got no ties to sports, and he freaks his like the fit be fire, the shoes be fire. He was on Instagram fronting. Like, yo, I give away a pair of kicks if y'all can tell me what these are. Went in the different rooms in it, he was wildin'. As far as just regular people though, like, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen your sneaker collection, so I don't know who's better, you or Chop, but Chop was the one that kind of, when I saw his collections, I was always into sneakers, but that's where it started off. Like, I gotta tell the story, but Alex Pierre, one of my friends, he cops Everything. Yo, I don't know how he does it, but he cops everything. The only thing I can say is that his sneaker taste and your sneaker taste is totally different because you were into basketball sneakers, whereas he's like he probably had more Air Max and all that kind of stuff. But of course, it's gonna be phones and mics and.
When it comes to like knowing more about things, I think Wale might know more about things than PJ Tucker. I think PJ Tucker collection is way better.
It's a little better.
But I just think like the whole vibe of Nikes, Jordan, everything. I don't.
Yeah.
Because Wale too. Wale's one of the people. He was this when I had Twitter and he was mentioning LeBron China 7 and he was like, no one got these. I made sure I got it. Who you talking to?
There was a bar he had in one song that he was talking about LeBron Entourage joints. I had no idea what he was talking about until I saw the Entourage sneakers. I'm like, oh. Then I started getting into, I was into Entourage before that, but I was kind of, you know what I mean? Got LeBron Entourage and like Maverick and Richie Paul or something like that. But go ahead, John. What about you, John?
Personally, I don't have a favorite celebrity sneakerhead, but this weekend, this non-celebrity right here is my new favorite sneakerhead. And I'm gonna tell you why. I travel all the way from New York, right, to come to his crib. In his bedroom is where his sneakers are, and he puts me on the couch.
That's a fact. That's ill.
His kicks. In his other bed, he got two bedrooms. One bedroom was just for his sneakers, and you know what I mean? He had his own bedroom, one bedroom just for his sneakers, and he puts me on the couch. His sneakers was sleeping way better than I was.
I did not put anybody on a couch. And I think there needs to be something said that I gave my bed to someone else. And I slept on the floor.
Where's the sneakers
He did.
They was in the other room.
In a hard time bedroom.
I was willing
Not
to
in the closet.
What I'm saying is, here was my plan, right? And this is totally off topic, but my plan was I was gonna move the sneakers, inflate the air mattress, and let Krista Taylor sleep in it. But because we were out in Pauline or whatever, I'm like, yo, y'all take the room and I'll sleep in the room with all the sneakers and shit like that, because I'm not putting them shits back in the box and then putting it like, no, that's just way too much work, son. So after I looked at it and saw like, yo, I'm gonna just go sleep in the room.
That might have been overkill.
I slept on the couch.
I was shooting intro for that shit.
I slept on the couch and his sneakers had the room.
You wanted to sleep on the couch.
You know,
I don't even have better than
you slept better than him because he slept on the floor. So
in my own house.
Crazy.
That has nothing to do with anything. He knew we was coming up. He could at least put the sneakers in the closet.
Yo, chill.
Nigga left the shit.
Alright, so why do you think sneakers are such a big thing in African American community? I don't want to say African American. I mean we push it.
Yeah, I like
we
that.
push it, but why do you think it's such a? Why do you think that black people? I don't care about everybody else and why they do it. Why do you think that sneakers are
so prominent?
So prominent in the black community?
I don't know. It's crazy now. Like if you go to like, you see DJ Khaled, like he's wearing suits. Like you see NBA players, you see everybody. People are wearing suits
With the turbo
They're not wearing shoes. They wearing kicks. Like they putting kicks on there. They busting down the kicks. Like it's just the culture right now. It's just like I love it. You know what I mean? Like I love it. I hate the resale value that everything about it, but like I don't know. Like right now, like sneakers is up. Like it's not about the designer wave and all that shit. But
yeah, true, Chris.
I'm gonna take it back a little bit in regards to the peak, the 90s peak of how hip hop and African American culture, because like back then, bro, it was about women, bro. Point blank period. And I know probably the game has changed and it's evolved so much as far as where we stand now. But back then, bro, like it was about what you wanted women in the seat you in, bro. Like you knew the top dogs had all the women because they had the flyest gear, bro. So your gear included your feet. So like I feel like a lot of the origin of why us as black men feel so fly is because our women value that level of flyness in a man. So and I still think that's somewhat true to the day.
So. We're gonna bookmark that. We're gonna bookmark that. We're gonna come back.
I just think it was just the whole like you said, like being influenced by, you know, TV, hip hop, and also, you know, it is females, you know. They, you know, like, you know, they see the swag and they like the, you know, oh, like, look what he got on. It's like, you know, that may have caught, you know, that may have started it, jump started it, and then after that, you know, just like, you know what, these are dope. And then,
I personally think it just started from sports, just growing up in sports and seeing athletes wearing.
Yeah.
That's definitely where I think it emulated from. The women thing.
Yeah, whatever athlete you know, kind of inspired you that was rocking certain kicks, you just wanted to get those kicks for that particular reason. I just think that from there it just kind of carried itself on. Like that's just how to me, sneakerheads were formed. And I think, from my opinion, I think like 80% of sneakerheads has to have some sort of tie to a sport.
Yeah.
Like they watch sports, you know, all the time or something like that.
That's a fact, because you got to look at it. I totally 100% agree with the sports thing, right? Because it's like, sneakers have been around for the longest, but people that were wearing Converse when my pops was coming up are not sneakerheads. You know what I'm saying? But when it started coming up to where you 20, 30 now, you saw Mike in a pair of fire kicks. It's like, yo, the minute y'all want those, and the minute you put them on, it's like, yo, damn, I want to be like Mike, and I'm out there wilding.
Let's keep it real, bro. Converse was huge too.
Yeah, but I'm saying though,
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
they was wilding, but nobody was going online to go buy let nobody die for a pair of Converse.
I'm gonna disagree, Jess. I'm gonna disagree. No, you wasn't.
I'm saying maybe.
But I'm gonna disagree. And why I'm gonna disagree is because, I mean, we had off camera, we had a similar conversation as regards to the origin of this, and y'all mentioned that Jordan was strictly an on-court mogul. So a lot of people wanted to dress like him, to be like him, to play like him. It wasn't more of an off-court kind of situation. Where sneakers became an off-court value to the way you presented yourself has to be within the hip-hop culture, bro. Because you wanted to emulate yourself after the people that wanted to be those guys. So you wanted to be like I feel like,
but I don't think that's what the jump started. Because again, like I'm saying, like my mother fell in love with my father, and he wasn't a sneakerhead. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but now it's something totally different. The shift in the culture between like,
we're not talking about love though.
I'm saying, yeah, but you said before was, oh, you think women want to see you in that, but men and women having joints has been a thing for years.
But I think
so. What I'm saying is that the window in which girls started or women started liking men because of what they had on has changed more recently. I personally think it's because my sister used to be a sneakerhead. Like shit like that was like
because from the dawn, I don't want to say the dawn of time, but like from the early '90s when shit really started heating up, and even before that, in the early '80s, bro, it was about how you carried yourself, how you presented yourself.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that sneakers were those things.
And now that people that obtaining large sums of money, those demographic of people became to get younger, they understood the value of having my fly game had to be as in point as my money game, and my money game had to be as in point as the game of my women. And
so
women what if
you're not a sneakerhead but you still have tons of women?
Well, as we discussed earlier, your sneaker game, having a sneaker game doesn't necessarily have to be with, worried about everybody else anymore. And that's where it's changed now because, as you can see, these two people that I'm sitting right between, they have a love for the shoe itself. It has nothing to do with external values. I think the origin of it, though, has to do with women and the value in which we put as black men on being seen by women we want.
Go ahead, sure.
Bro, I don't buy sneakers for women, bro. For me, like, cause a lot of the shits I be having kicks and these girls don't know what I got on. I can have on some old bronze that came out in like 2007.
Like I think for sneakerheads who really like sneakerheads and sneaker enthusiasts, this might have been the sneaker that kind of set the precedence for the demise of the sneaker game. I personally think that mics are always going to be that kind of thing because everybody's not buying bronze. Like you got 40-year-olds that's waiting online for kicks, and with the way Mike's releases, specifically 11s, more or less, like 11s have a longer tenure of release dates than ones. You know what I'm saying? So now ones are becoming that kick that kind of is watering down the sneaker game because they're getting oversaturated. But those 11s between the Space Jams, the Breads, and the Concords. You can pick either one at any time and be like, yo, even people that I know don't like sneakers bought the sneakers. Either one.
What about the time? My fault. But what about the time where people wasn't buying mics? It was a time when people stopped buying mics. Like
it was like a window of like 2 years where it was a very small window. It was 2 years. That's a lot. To an extent, yes, but
because us sneakerheads was like, yo, y'all bugging. I'm copping these mics. Y'all bugging. Because we was going, I was going to Modell's getting kicks. Like, bro, like, I didn't have no problem getting no mics because nobody wanted them. Like, it was the phase, like, I had the Wheat 13s. Like, it was time, like,
I think these are one of the first numbered sneakers. Like, when they start numbering, like, one of 2000 or something like that. I think, like, I'm trying to figure out what the sneaker.
I don't know if that's the first.
I'm trying to think what the sneaker was like when they start numbering.
Can't be the first.
Which one? The
I
bands?
have to do my research.
Think the bands was number?
My band's is number.
Yeah, mine's too.
Number?
But alright,
Excuse me.
we got 2 more questions. We can wrap it up. One, your favorite pair of sneakers in your entire. What are you currently at? What's your sneaker count right now? And what is your
Stop counting out of 100.
what is your current sneaker count, and what is your favorite pair of sneakers? Your one favorite pair that you just all time favorite. Anybody can start it.
Alright, well, like he said, I stopped counting at 100, but then I reached my time in my life where I liked quality over quantity. So I started, like kicks I wasn't even wearing, like, you know what I mean? Like I started selling them, like I don't care. Like I give it to my father and just he'll sell it on his porch. He'll sell it on his porch, somebody go buy the kicks. But I'm an AI fan till I die, so I'll say my number one favorite shoe is the AI question. You know? That's it. Like, I love those kicks. I bought them 17 times, and you know what I mean. That's my number one. What about you?
That's tough, bro. I do enjoy questions. I'm gonna have to say my favorite gotta be the Berto ones, bro. Like it's just. Like any level of any
That shows you fine, bro.
That shows you, bro. Now it's not just the Berto ones. I don't think it's not just the Berto ones. I'm gonna say the ones in general, bro. The ones that
I'm not talking about a number. I'm talking about your favorite.
But it's tough to say. It's tough to
pick a pair.
Pick
a pair, bro. I'm not asking you. I'm not generalizing the question. It's specific. What is your favorite pair in your closet, or favorite pair of what is it? And you a boot nigga, that's why you can't answer the question. If we was talking about boots, you just said some Doc Martens or some shit like that. Because they got some sentimental value to him. Because he told me, I gotta get these dots. You remember when Will was in the he had the dots?
I wanted to be like Will, so that's why the history behind those.
And which makes it more contradicting, because he had some heat in his closet.
Bro, that's a fact, but he had some kicks in his closet.
And you picked the boots out of everything.
Because those was the most iconic, bro.
That's cool.
Like, his dots with the yellow laces.
Nah, bro.
Come on, bro. With the crew socks, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, you bugging,
bro. He came downstairs the first day he was in Bel Air with the black suede 5s on with 2 different laces.
Bro.
Chill.
Well, they came out with a shoe for him because he didn't wear laces
it's cool.
on his 5s.
Don't worry about it, bro.
Like,
That
was a monster kid.
So, just to be case, questions, Doc Martens.
It's very hard. The sneaker that a lot of people don't really know that really started things like these are fire and like maybe and I don't have it anymore. I gotta say probably like the VCs, the Vince Carter. Probably the Vince Carters. Keep it real with you, like with the bubble with the my god, man.
It wasn't a bubble. It was a shot. He was the first person that put the shot shit on the bottom of his
Vince Carter's, man. Oh my, he was the man, bro.
I like that picture.
I played in those.
I like that picture.
I played in those in high school. I played in those. Some shits with the baby blue.
I'll let you just.
I'm gonna go last.
I'm going Patent Levers. Those have always been my favorite forever. So I'm going with the JOs.
It's tough. Damn. I've always been an uptown nigga from Far Rock. It's always uptowns. If I gotta pick one up, because I'm still pretty young in the sneaker game too, man. Them We 13s, man. I ain't gonna hold you. We in white 13s.
Favorite number one?
Yeah.
I got a question for all y'all though, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we ain't talk about when you talk about sneakers, regardless of the fact you gotta talk about uptown. Everybody had a pair of uptown. So I wanna ask y'all like how do y'all feel about uptown like so we're like they like from where they came from to like how they evolved and how they been like collab. How do y'all feel about
I like the collab with the uptowns because I think like a lot of people miss and forget about that shoe. Like the uptowns for a minute was just. And you could say, if y'all want to get into the whole Far Rock is Queens and all that, whatever, the semantics of it all, Queens niggas was fucking up some hit. Queens and Harlem niggas was wilding with the uptowns, right? So those are always a pair I gotta have in my closet, depending on the colorway. But those is OG pairs, bro. And then like, if I don't really fuck with old white sneakers except for Uptowns and Shell Toes. But I gotta have, but in the summertime, you can't get no better than those, bro. You can have flavors, bro, but you gotta have a pair of those in rotation for the summertime.
You gotta have a pair.
All white joints,
You gotta have.
and once you put them on one time, it kind of like depending on how you walk and all that, you gonna fuck them up and you gotta rebuy a whole new pair. But even Ush, like when Ush was big, it was a time when he was dancing in his white Air Force and he had a whole closet full. The minute he creased them, brand new pair.
And it's crazy. It's one of those things to where like it's like now with Uptowns, like they're so simple. But they're saying I'd be so scared because now now they got fakes and things like that. Like they got a lot of fakes. And how y'all feel about that too? Like with the fakes and like like people actually rocking fakes. People really rock fakes and like be comfortable.
But there's always gonna be people like that rocking some bullshit.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I got a story about the fake shit. I grew up with 4 brothers, with 3 sisters, with 3 brothers and 1 sister in the crib. And if you know anything about Caribbean parents, they want to try to stretch a dollar to the furthest extent, bro. So my sneaker game started when I was like once I could buy my own sneakers is how my whole journey to the sneaker game started. But I remember one summer, son, it was a couple fake pairs of pants that I had though, because my mom just wasn't with it. I had them fake Uptowns that had Shacks on them. I went to Payless and got the had a pair of Shacks.
Those might be the worst shoe ever.
I had a pair of cross trackers that had 4 stripes on them and not 3. I had a pair of, my mom's brought us to the fucking flea market. And it was a pair of baby blue white 17s, bro. They were exactly the shit. Bro. And I'm like, yo, I'm freaking with these shit. Bought them. It was like $15, bro. I thought I was killing the game with them shit. Put them shits on. Walked up the block, bro. Oh my god, I got roasted and they just kicked me off the
But let me piggyback.
Yo, y'all see with the 17? Wait a minute, hold on.
17, 4, 5.
Yo, bro,
piggyback off that.
They cut my ass and sent me home, bro. I'm like, nah,
I piggyback off that.
That shit was wild, bro.
It was around the same time, and it's the same day we went to the flea market, and I picked up some brandless Uptowns, bro. I had no check. It was just a blank Uptown, right? So we was going to summer camp at that time. So I'm clever, bro. I'm quick with it. So it was like, oh, stars. I be like, yo, these the new. Yo, I swear, Nike need to cut me a check because I came up with this idea before they did this shit, even though it was trash regardless. Yo, I said, though, these shits is the new Jordan Nike collaboration, bro. This shit's straight from China. Nobody's seen it before. My mom was in China. She bought these shits, brought them back to the States, and nobody know what they is, bro. And I told her, yo, these the new Jordan Uptown collabos, bro. Nobody believed me. Yeah. But I'm saying if it came real life eventually though. It became real life.
That's why I think I feel like
pretty much Nike should cut you a check.
They should cut me a check for that, bro.
That's why I think now I fake overindulge a little bit. I don't think I would.
It comes from a deeper place.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't get what I wanted, so now that I can get what I want.
That's why his sneakers got the berry when I got the couch.
Yeah, I feel it.
Alright.
I don't blame myself. Like my father started this. Like he was an OD Mike fan, so I used to have J's. He used to give me the J's because he loved Mike. Like Mike was it back in the day. So my pops, he's like, yo, I mean, these mics, I got the mics, you got the mics. That's it. So it's like. After that, it was like.
That's a good question though. Like, where did this origin? Where did it start for you? For anybody?
I would say my father.
Yeah. Hold on. This is gonna wrap it up. Where did it start and where does it end?
Never ends. Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
So when you 60 or something, you gonna have some fire feet on.
Put something in my casket. It's
Never be in my Gucci type shit.
My mic's small. You dumb.
Yeah, Chris, where did it start and where does it end?
It started for me. Yeah, the origin of it, like, it's similar to, we have the same background, so it's similar to.
We're not brothers though.
We have a similar background, so like, not being able to buy what you want, it was kind of whack, but the origin for me had to be my big sister. Like, I only got one sister, so like, my older sister, she was a beast with it. Like, when she was younger, she was a beast with it. And she came of an earlier age when she realized, all right, my parents got to do shit. I got to do it myself. So she went.
Shout out to you heard?
Shout out to Cass. She got a job. She got her job. She saw a summer gig. She went out and bought the kicks she wanted. She had a collection of them. gotta be all the Uptown when they first came out. She had the hits on, like, when I tell you the hits, she had the hits on, bro. She just had a closet like that. One day she just gave it all up. Just gave away all her sneakers type shit. But at the end of the day, like,
missing some
like
details.
that's the way the origin
details, but
that, it was some details missing. Like, it was one time I got my ass kicked because I actually took a pair of sneakers and we wore the same size at the same point, and I stuck on her sneakers and wore to school and fucked them up, bro. But here's the thing, I tried to clean them. Yeah, bro, I cleaned the shit. And I ain't play ball. I was just stunting. I was just stunting. And I cleaned them to perfection. I cleaned it to perfection, bro. And I almost got away with it. But I kept the shits tied all the way up. And she never tied her shoes. That's up to this day. That's why I never tie my sneakers, bro. I never tie none of my sneakers, bro. Because like that's when I got caught, because the fact that I choked the sneaker, I choked the sneaker all the way to the top. And I did not put the sneaker back perfectly the way she had it, because she never tied it, so that's how I got caught. So.
But where does it end?
It ends?
Oh, it ended for you already. Doc Martens was your favorite kicks.
Nah, bro, it's still, I don't know. It will end for me once I have a kid, but at the same point, like, even then, I'm gonna inadvertently try to live that sneaker life through that kid. I'm gonna have to let him know the importance of the sneaker game. Like,
he's a liar.
And he probably gonna emulate after most people in my family.
Boy, girl, don't matter. They get everything.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Me, it started with my pops too, but he wasn't wearing Nikes. Like, I remember when I was real young, Felines was it. Like, Felines was it, and he had the 5 Felines with the velour suit, and he was just like, yo, you get some Felines, yeah. I remember when people used to come at me like, you got the Felines on, they had Nikes. I was like, yo, fuck Nikes, yo. I got the Felines, fly, we talking about.
Put on a pair of Felines now.
I say there's some dope
Back, kill him back, bro. Come back.
Bro, they killed themselves when they started making them shits that look like peas. Y'all wild.
But where it ends, I don't got an answer for that. I can't answer. I don't know, because you know, yeah, I don't have an answer for that.
Take it.
For me, it started probably with my older cousin. He was an OD Jordan head, so I just wanted to be just like him. My cousin Rock, so he was an OD Jordan head.
Shout out to him.
Me growing up, I just used to look at him like, damn, man, I want to get those kicks too. So I just went back to my mom's, begging her just to buy me a pair of kicks, you know what I mean, just so I could get them. So it really was J.O.'s for me, and it probably started with my cousin. And where it ends, I wouldn't say it's never going to end, but I'll say it might slow down a bit. It just slows down. You get a little bit more selective with certain kicks that you want, but as far as ending, I don't think it's ever going to end. It'll just slow down.
Man, where it started, really, when enthusiasm started was East Bay, bro. Like, you got the magazines, but we had the magazines come to the crib, you gotta look through the joint, and I'm like, damn, I want these. No one could have goddamn well, I wasn't buying nothing. Where it started at, bro?
120.
Yeah, OD. Where it really started was probably high school when I bought them. Remember when the 17s came out? No, not with the 11s. The suede joints with the mesh top. Yeah, I think it started with the black and yellow joints, and I had the black and white, the gray and gold joints too. And then it just got messed up in somebody's basement and what. I was hot. But I mean, it's really only before that. It was always a pair of Uptowns, and then it was a pair of fire gold joints that had the navy blue and red trimming on the joint, the low top joint. But I would say that's where it started. Where it ends, y'all are fronting with when I say the kid shit, y'all tripping, because it's gonna get worse when y'all have kids. It's gonna get worse because y'all. Bro. I mean, let me tell you, bro. When Kelsey was first born, I swear to you, yo, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna buy every pair I cop. I'm copping for her, bro. I bought one pair of her sneakers for $60 that she only bought one time.
Bro.
I'm not buying you not no. Yo, it was over.
I turned them shit to the keychain.
It was over. It was over. She put her finger up joints one time, and I ordered them shits 2 weeks later.
I still got it though.
I am not buying my child no sneakers, bro. When they get
I still got her sneakers.
When they start, like when they stop growing, and they, you know what I mean, if I have a son, I don't know, but I could pass this shit down. I don't know, whatever, but it's slowing down now, because now it's just certain shit that I look at that I'm just like, yo, I'm too old to be putting shit like that on my feet. You know what I'm saying? And I don't buy sweats. I don't wear sweats, so I don't buy sneakers just to wear with sweats. You know what I'm saying?
You don't like
So,
sweats?
Sweats
I
the new
hate
jeans
sweats,
apparently, bro.
I hate
I don't know
sweats.
how-
And it was maybe overkill in college, probably why I don't hate them now, but if I'm going to the grocery store, I'm putting on some
Dudes rather go to the
Jeans,
club in
bro.
sweats than jeans, bro.
Yeah, so I'm not walking out the house in sweats, but let's call it quits, bro. That's it, man. Like, I want to thank y'all for showing up, for showing out. I appreciate the conversation, the quality over quantity at all, bro. It's duly noted, man.
Can we
Cheers
go
to
to the
this.
mall to get some kicks?
Shout out to y'all, man.
And thank you for watching, man. This is Duly Noted. Follow us at this.is.duly.noted, man. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, either spread love or kick rocks, man. Duly Noted.
Yeah, so it's on me. I got threes for the whole team. Now we at the top, MJ 88, and I ain't never coming down. Work. So it's on me.